Hi guys, it's Jessica and I am back with another video, and this time I am just kind of doing a all-encompassing update. Um, I wanted to do a project share of these, and then I wanted to do a small haul and then kind of talk a little bit about the crop I went to. Actually, I guess it's not a crop, it's a crafting retreat. So let me talk about that first. And um, I was fortunate enough to go to a 4-day long crafting retreat that was held in Southeast Idaho. So if you happen to watch this video and you're from Southeast Idaho or Northern Utah, and you are interested in some of these craft retreats or crops that I'm going to talk about, let me know and I'll send you the information of the people who's hosting them. But this is just my own personal experience. I am not sponsored or anything by any of these people. So the 4-day long crafting retreat is my 3rd year going, and she is actually a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. But what I like about the retreat is that there's so many people that come and they do all sorts of different projects. Like my best friend comes with me and she like organizes all of her children's papers and color pages that they bring home from school, and she just kind of gets caught up on organizing and doing some like memory keeping of her own just by saving some of those things that they bring home. Then there's people who come and they quilt, or they sew other projects. A lot of scrapbookers come, a lot of card makers come, a lot of general crafters like myself come. It's just awesome, and I wish I would have given myself this gift a long time ago, because I have to say, being in my craft room is fine, and I do love my craft room. It's not as big as I would like, so it gets very cluttered very fast, and I am self-admittedly not great at keeping the clutter down to a minimum. I seem to be a pack rat. Um, but when it's like that, I have such a hard time being in here because the clutter, I feel like I can't focus. So being in a crafting related space where I'm only bringing very specific projects, very specific tools, very specific stamps, and kind of setting up my desk at that craft retreat is, it's very peaceful to me, and I really, really like going. So this is a PSA that if you ever have a chance to go to a craft retreat, whether it's local or you have to fly to it or drive to it, or even if it's a day-long crop. I started going to some day-long crops down in South Salt Lake. And actually I'm going to sign up for one in December. It's like $35. They provide snacks and drinks and dinner. And you're just sitting there with like-minded people, getting a lot of stuff done. So I am specifically going to ask for Christmas. All I want is this. I want this perfume that I got from Scentbird. And if you don't know what Scentbird is, look it up. It's like you get samples of perfume. And I know that I'm kind of going off topic, but they sent me one that is just incredible. So I'm going to ask for perfume, and I'm going to ask for money to be set aside just for me to go to crops. That's really all I want. So at this or craft retreat, she provides breakfast, lunch, and dinner for all the days that you're there. You know, you have your lodging, and then she does projects, and then she does table gifts. And I wish I would have brought down my table gifts, because it would be really great ideas for people doing craft fairs. So once I find those, I might do another video on some craft fair ideas. But the other thing is you do 2 cards a day. And these cards are based off of a theme. So how she does hers in the fall is that the first day of the retreat is Halloween, the second day is Thanksgiving, the third day is Christmas, and the fourth day is New Year's. So the table gifts and the food and the projects and the cards that we work on all kind of follow that schedule. So I just wanted to share some of the cards that we got done. This is like a really deep 3D embossing folder that I guess Stampin' Up! Has. It's just so beautiful. A Christmas one. Actually, I think this one, I think it opens up. Oh yeah. If you know me at all, you know that I don't do cards like this because I think they're a lot of work, and people you give them to won't appreciate the amount of work that goes into something like that. So I love this card, and I will only give it to some of my crafty friends who appreciate it. Oh, this one is actually also kind of a different card. Like this is the back, so there's no card that opens except for right here. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then our other Halloween card, she had a little bit more stuff on the front, and I didn't like that, so I took it off and I did my own thing. And this was the New Year's. Oh yeah, this one is also a gift card holder. So when you flip this up, this pocket comes up and you can put a gift card down in there. Again, not a card I would normally make, but love having it, and will certainly give it to someone who will appreciate it. And then this is the card that everybody spent so much time on. And honestly, I don't know if I will ever give this card away because of how much time went into it, but I love this card. So those were the cards we made during the crop. I did want to do a quick share or a haul, and I want to say I was completely influenced by Jill Norwood at Green Girl Cards, because she shared some tags that she did with this die set, and I loved them. I will try and find her video and tag it down below so you can check it out. But it's such a cool shape. It's actually a very large shape. Let's see. So the house itself is almost, yeah, 4.5 inches tall. So I can't wait to make some tags with this. And then, because I was on the site, and I cannot recall who I got it from, but if you're interested, it is style 94820. It's called A Frame House by Memory Box. Then I got this stamp set too from Memory Box, just a bunch of really big Christmas words and small Christmas words. And then I got this one, which is a Nordic cocoa cup. And then I wanted to share these. This was one of the major projects I worked on at my craft retreat. And actually I still have one more to go. So I know I've talked about how I went to a crafting garage sale, not this summer, but the summer before. And there was a lady there who was selling basically like scrapbook kits that she had done for a scrapbook store. And these were the ones that were left over or that never sold, or whatever the case may be. So I ended up buying 3 of these recipe ones. And you'll see why when I get in them, because the woman who designed these, her name is Betty. She is really, really great at what she does. And they are kind of time intensive, and they are so large that I'm not going to be putting these in Etsy. These are going to go to my craft fair. So I wanted to share these in case you have a planner and you're like, you know what, I'm not a planner person anymore. What can I do with this? This is a really cool thing for you to do. So on the front here, we have this that opens up, and we have a pocket up top. And then when you get in here, I actually added some more pages. I don't know if I should have, because now it's pretty full, but so on this side, we just have a bunch of pockets with some cut aparts. And then down here, it just says eat. And then this is another pocket. So like, I think before I go to the craft fair, I'll put some recipe cards in here. And then, so I recognize some of the products she used, and I will point those out when I recognize them. Other stuff, I cannot tell you where they came from, because like I said, it came in a kit. So I know that this is Elizabeth Craft Designs, this whisk paper or page. And it's meant for like planners or journaling. And I know this is Elizabeth Crafts because I have it. And then on the back of here, we have some pockets that just have some stamped sentiments that she provided. And then this is also Elizabeth Craft Designs. I have this one as well. And so we turned this into a pocket, and I have a spatula there. And then this page was just a bunch of, created a bunch of pockets. We have Bless This Kitchen, Grandma's Recipe. Let's see. I have one stuck down in there and I can't get it because of my nails, but I don't want to rip my paper. I'll have one of my daughters get it out. Oh yeah, I did glue that down. Then I have this recipe card and then this tag. Oops. I'll fix that later. And then on the back of here, there is some, I think just, oh no, it's a pocket. That's right. It is a pocket that you can add some like let's say you're old school like me and you still have Taste to Home magazines. I like to clip them out. So you could clip them out and put them in there. Handwritten recipes, anything like that. And this is really kind of supposed to be like a memory recipe book. And that's why she included things like grandma's recipe, or I love this recipe because, or this is a family tradition. So stuff like that. This one is a pocket that says baked just for you. And then this is a recipe tag using a recipe card. I know that this paper right here is Country Craft Creations. I have done some mini books on it and done a project share using that paper. So like this one says a family tradition, and then you can kind of write it here. On the back of here, we have a recipe card and then a little pocket, and right there it says good food. And then these are some stamps that are homemade chocolate chip cookies and homemade chocolate brownies. I have these stamps and I cannot for the life of me think of who they are. If you really want to know, let me know and I'll see if I can find the company. And then see, this one says Mom's Recipe Made with Love. And again, this die here is Elizabeth Craft. And then right here it says From Scratch. And then this is an accordion style pocket. So then we put some recipe cards in there. And I love this recipe because. And on the back, we have just a little tuck spot. And again, this paper here is Country Craft Creations. And then I added some of these sleeves. This kit didn't come with it, but I thought it would be cool to add some like protected recipe sleeves. So I added those. And then right here, we just have some tags, and it says Our Family Tradition. And mix it up. So much chocolate, so little time. And this is just a little journaling spot. And then kitchen is the heart of the home. Then over here we have another journaling, or I'm sorry, another pocket. Bless the food before us, the family beside us, and the love between us. And then another tag. And let's go. And then on this side, we have a couple of belly bands that says family recipes. And there's just some recipe tags, recipe cards in there that I attached a paper clip to. And then again, some more recipe sleeve protectors. And this one says homemade, and that opens up. I have white paper I need to put in here. Then on the back, it says the story behind this recipe. And then there's just some stuff that she had stamped out already, that all you need in life is a friend who has chocolate. I'm that friend. A little yummy for your tummy. And then a tag that says baked with love. And then this opens up here. And it just says, here, let me take these out so I can open it all the way. It just says yum, and it has a KitchenAid mixer. And then over here, we have this recipe card that opens up that way. And then we have this tag here that says there's nothing a muffin can't fix, and on the back she stamped out the muffin fruit mix. And the same company that did this and this tag is the same company that did the brownies and chocolate chip cookies tags that I showed. Let's see, where are those? Well, I don't know where those are now. But it's the same company that I can't think of the name. And then on the back here is another pocket with some more tags and a cut apart. It says recipe. And then on this page here, we have like an apron shape and then some tags, another corner tuck spot. and then just another cluster of like homemade and KitchenAid stuff. And then on the back of here, we have another accordion pocket. And then up here is a little corner tuck spot that just has some tags in it. And it says, a messy kitchen is a happy kitchen, and this kitchen is delirious. And then some recipe cards, and it says a sweet moment. And then on the back, did a lot of the same kind of like cut aparts and recipe cards. And then we have a little tuck spot here, and then again we have a pocket up here. So this book, the second one, is literally the exact same. Yeah, it's literally the exact same because I used one and then made, oh, actually, I guess I should not, oh, I glued that down. I guess I added a little mason jar there. Oh, and I did add some tabs to this one. But yeah, it's essentially the same, where it's the same die cuts, the same stamps. I might have just done things a little slightly different just because I've talked about before, I get bored doing the same thing over and over again. Oh, here's that, what I was trying to talk about earlier. And the tags. And again with the, oh, I switched it and did some 3x4s up here out of the recipe card down there. Let's see what I do here. Oh, I left a lot of the chocolate stamps and put them in a bag so they could decorate it themselves. Not sure why I didn't do that, but this page. So one of the things I did want to ask is what you think I should list these for at my craft fair. I can tell you the kit itself was 25 bucks. So 25 bucks per thing that I spent. Time-wise, took about, I don't know, if I was to add it all up, I bet it takes about 4 or 5 hours. Just because there's a lot of pieces. And she did such a good job when she made the kit. Actually, this is, don't want to tear this paper. So my friend said 55. I don't know if that's too high. I mean, it's a lot of work, but then at the same time, I think like, well, they're not getting tons of pages, so that's where I struggle. So I was thinking kind of maybe 45, but then you still have to take into consideration that the craft fair place is going to take a percentage of that. So, oh, and speaking of craft fairs, I know that I talked about how I was going to do 2 craft fairs this year, like I did last year, both up in Idaho. One of them was supposed to be this weekend, and I simply just did not have enough time to get things done. So that was going to be the day-long one, but I'm still doing the week-long one, or it's Monday through Friday. I'm still doing that one, and that starts a week from Monday. So that's the one I like to report back on because that has 5 days of sales with it. So yeah, so when you see only one video this time for my craft fairs in November, that is why. I've been thinking about seeing if there's a craft fair more closer to my house, but we will see how much product I have left because the gift shop I sell my journals at is, I think she has 2 journals left, so I really have to catch up on that as well. So we will see if I find another craft fair close to home. But that is it for my video today. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye for now.